Have you ever wondered how Rome was founded? How a small settlement along the Tiber River transformed into one of the most powerful empires in history? And what about the Catholic Church? How did it shape the destiny of this incredible city? Stay with us, because today we are going to take you on a journey through the past. A journey that will help you understand why Rome is what it is today. Imagine a time shrouded in mystery, a world where history and myth intertwine so seamlessly that even today, we struggle to separate fact from fiction. The city of Rome, one of the most powerful civilizations in history, began not with certainty, but with legend. For centuries, scholars and historians have debated its true origins. Ancient authors wrote of its beginnings, while archaeology offers fragments of the past, whispers buried beneath layers of time. The story, as we know it, speaks of kings, Romulus, Numa Pompilius, Tullus Hostilius, figures of power, yet for nearly 2 centuries, experts dismissed their reigns as mere myths. During the 19th and 20th centuries, historians outright rejected the idea that Rome's foundation in 753 BC was anything more than a fable. The kings, the legends, the very birth of the eternal city, all dismissed as poetic storytelling rather than historical truth. But then, as the 20th century drew to a close, something remarkable happened. Archaeological discoveries, hidden for millennia beneath the soil of Rome, began to tell a different story. Slowly, the myths were reconsidered. The past was not entirely lost to legend. The first Romans, it seems, were not a mighty empire, but simple settlers. They came from various corners of the region, lacking the cultural refinement of the Etruscans in the north or the Sabines and Latins to the south. On Palatine Hill, archaeologists unearthed evidence of a primitive village dating back to the 8th century BC. Burials on the outskirts suggest a growing community. As their numbers increased, they moved beyond the hilltops, expanding into the valleys that would one day hold the beating heart of a civilization. And so, the legend of Rome, born in myth, questioned by time, finds its roots in reality. A city that began as scattered settlements would rise to become the center of the ancient world. Rome wasn't built in a day, but perhaps its story has taken centuries to uncover. Rome, the Eternal City, a place where legend and history blend into one epic saga, a city that has shaped the world for over 2,000 years. But how did it all begin? It starts with a legend. Twin brothers, Romulus and Remus, abandoned at birth, nurtured by a she-wolf, and destined for greatness. Their story is one of power, betrayal, and destiny. Whether myth or reality, history remembers Romulus as the founder of Rome, a city that would rise to unimaginable heights. In 753 BC, Rome was more than just an idea. It became a kingdom. Ruled by a series of kings, the city expanded, its foundations laid. its people growing stronger. But power is never permanent. The monarchy fell, overthrown by those who sought a new way forward. With the fall of the monarchy, the Romans created something revolutionary: a republic, a government where laws ruled over kings, a system where senators and consuls shaped the future. This was the birth of a legal and political structure that would influence the world for centuries. Then came an empire like no other. Rome transformed from a republic into the most powerful civilization on Earth. Emperors ruled with absolute power, armies conquered vast lands, and architecture reached heights never seen before. From Julius Caesar to Augustus, from the Colosseum to the Pantheon, this was Rome's golden age. But even the mightiest empires must fall. As the empire crumbled and its capital shifted to Constantinople, a new power emerged in Rome: the papacy. Over time, the Pope became not just a religious leader, but the true ruler of the city, shaping its destiny for centuries to come. By the 19th century, Italy sought unity, and in 1870, Rome was chosen as its capital. Today, it stands as a global icon, a city of history, art, and endless wonder. From the ruins of the past to the streets of the present, Rome continues to inspire the world. A city born from legend, a civilization that changed history, a place where the past whispers through every stone. This is Rome, eternal, unforgettable, and forever shaping the future. Long ago, in the heart of ancient Italy, a tale of destiny and rivalry unfolded. A tale that would give birth to one of the greatest cities in history: Rome. Many legends whisper of its origins, but none is more captivating than the story of Romulus and Remus, two brothers, bound by fate yet divided by ambition. These legendary twins were said to be the sons of Mars, the god of war, and were cast adrift as infants, left to the mercy of the Tiber River. But fate had other plans. Rescued and nurtured by a she-wolf, they grew into strong warriors, destined to build a city of their own. Yet, as they stood on the banks of their future empire, a bitter rivalry emerged, one that would seal their fates forever. The tale of Rome's founding, recorded by the Italian historian Titus Livius, is filled with myth, power, and tragedy. But in the end, only one name would stand above all. This is the legend of Romulus and Remus. Long ago, in the land where myths and reality intertwined, a tale of betrayal, destiny, and the birth of an empire began. It all started with Ascanio, son of the Trojan hero Aeneas, a man of divine lineage. His mother, Venus herself. Ascanio founded the city of Alba Longa, a place that thrived peacefully under the rule of his descendants. But power breeds ambition. When King Nimetor sat on the throne, his own brother, Amulius, craved control. In a ruthless act, Amulius seized power, banished Nimetor, and ensured no future threat by eliminating his male heirs. Yet, one remained. Nimetor's daughter, Rhea Silvia, was forced into life as a Vestal virgin, sworn to never bear children. But fate? No, the gods had other plans. She gave birth to twins, Romulus and Remus, sons of the mighty Mars, god of war. Amulius, in his cruelty, saw them as a threat and ordered their execution. But destiny would not be so easily undone. A kind-hearted servant, unable to end their lives, placed the twins in a basket and sent them drifting down the Tiber River. Through the winding currents, they traveled, cradled by the river, until they reached the Seven Hills. There, in the heart of nature's embrace, an extraordinary guardian awaited them. A she-wolf known as Lupa took them in, nurturing them as her own. Under her care, the twins survived, their cries echoing through the Palatine Hill. And soon they were discovered by a humble shepherd and his wife, who raised them as their own sons. Years passed, and the boys grew into men, leaders, warriors, visionaries. With courage burning in their hearts, they avenged their family. Amulius fell by their hands, and their grandfather, Nimator, was restored to his rightful throne. But Romulus and Remus sought more than revenge. They sought a legacy. They dreamed of a city that would stand for eternity. They wandered across the seven hills of what would become Rome, searching for the perfect place to build their kingdom. But even brothers can be divided by ambition. Remus chose Aventine Hill. Romulus chose Palatine Hill. To decide, they turned to the gods, watching the skies for divine signs. Remus saw 6 birds, Romulus 12. Both claimed victory, and their rivalry turned bitter. Then, as Romulus laid the first stones of his city's walls, Remus, in defiance, jumped over them, mocking his brother's dream. Enraged, Romulus struck him down, his own brother, his own blood. With that single act, the legend was sealed. Romulus stood alone, ruler of a new kingdom, a city that bore his name. Rome. And so, in 754 BC, the foundations of an empire were laid, one that would rise to become the greatest the world had ever known. A city born of gods, forged in rivalry, and destined for eternity.